Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? It seems ages since I did some real beauty content. So yeah, today it is an update for my Pan in Every eyeshadow palette roulette style project. It has been forever. So if you are new here, basically what I do, I randomly select my eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be working on, and I only select the ones which have got no pans in them at all. And what I'm trying to do is sort of gradually work through all of my eyeshadow palettes, trying them out, and then trying to hit one pan in each palette that I own. I'm doing quite well. I think I'm now at about 47% of all my palettes have a pan in, and I think I have 74 eyeshadow palettes to date, not including a couple that I'm going to declutter because I've just updated my numbers. So yeah, so spoiler, I'm going to be decluttering 2 of my palettes from last time. It's a really good way of actually sort of working on palettes that you might not naturally go for, and then by trying them out you can sort of see which ones you love, which ones you don't. Do you really like them? And I'm starting to get a little bit fussier, I think, as I get older. So the palettes from last time, I work on 5 eyeshadow palettes at a time, and then I just select a face palette myself that I would like to try. So from the last selection, these are what we've been working on. The face palette was the Lorac 10 colour blush palette. And then the eyeshadow palettes that I've got here are the Estate Mystic Forest. We had the Laura Geller Iconic New York Collection Brewery Downtown Cool Eyeshadows. Quite a mouthful, that's a little trio. There was the Lorizzi Artistry Palette in Royal. So that was like a 5-pan palette. There was also the e.l.f. Nude Rose Gold palette. And then finally I had the Profusion Cosmetics Peaceful Peony palette here. So I have got, I'm going to be decluttering 2 of these. I've hit pan in 2, and then the final one I'm just going to roll out because it's been in for a little while. So it's going to be a complete refresh this month. What I'm thinking about doing is, because we're sort of coming up to December and things, I thought I'm going to roll. This is what I'm going to start doing actually all the time now, because my numbers are coming down for the amount of palettes that I don't have a pan in. So I'm going to roll my 5 palettes from the no pan selection, but then I'm going to open up my whole eyeshadow collection and then just do a wild card spin in that, so that I'll be able to pull out another palette, just so that they're not sat there now for ages not being used. So yeah, there'll be 6 eyeshadow palettes at a time in here. The one from the whole collection that may already have an existing pan in it, I am not going to worry about hitting pan on it. I'm just going to give it a bit of love for that month, and I think that way it's going to be quite nice. Plus I revisit it and just see, actually, do I still like it, or would I like to declutter it or pass it on, etc. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's just go through first of all the 2 palettes that I am going to be decluttering from my collection. So the first palette is, I've got this one from Estate, and it is the Mystic Forest palette. So this is a 9-pan palette. The packaging and everything is gorgeous. I mean, it is really lovely, and it's got a huge mirror in it, and it's 9 pans, but they're just so grungy. There's nothing about this that really draws me in. Like the green, I wanted to really love the green, but it just goes on like a really kind of mucky shade. Do you know what I mean? It's not something I really want to use. And even the gold, what's it called, fairy dust, it's just a bit too bronzy. So yeah, they're very dark, almost like black undertones to them, and yeah, there's nothing about it that makes me want to keep it. So yeah, that is actually going. So I think I kind of knew that when I brought it in last time, but I've just not reached for it. And if I can't reach for it when it's sat out on my desk, I'm never going to reach for it when it's packed away in the drawers. So that one, I'm not even going to gift it. I'm just going to purely declutter it. It is going out of my collection. I think I've got a little wipe in here. Let me just get a little wipe out so I can get rid of this. And then the other one that I am going to declutter, I've had it for a while, and there is a shade in there I do like, but it's not enough just to keep a palette for one shade. Do you know what I mean? My wipes have dried up, so don't use them. Bit of my cellar. So yeah, I can't justify keeping it really for one shade, and especially when it's not a shade that I would use all that often either. And so I'm going to be decluttering the Laura Geller Iconic New York Collection Brewery. It has a really pretty lilac shade in here. But again, the other two are just so grungy that I just don't want to keep it. But this is a really pretty shade, but even still, it's got hard pan. I've had it for years and I haven't hit pan on it, but it's a really pretty colour. Quite a silvery lilac, lovely and metallic. However, I'm not keeping it for one shade, so it's going. Check me out, I'm getting brutal. I have for those of you that follow my weight loss journey, you'll know, but I have actually sold my house, and so I'm going to be having a really big declutter at the end, like during December, of a lot of my products. And I think it's a really good time for me just to get back in touch with my makeup, with my beauty products, skincare and everything, and just really decide what I want to keep and what I don't. So I do think I'm going to have a much smaller, nicer collection moving forward of everything, which I'm really excited about. Okay, the palette that I'm going to put back in my collection, I mean, in the future it may well get decluttered, but it's got a bit of scope for now, and it was the Peaceful Peony one. So there's one matte in here. I thought I might have hit pan in it, but I just didn't. But this shade is a really pretty, like dusky, pinky nude shade. Really nice in your crease or as a transition. And then I've been using this one on my lid. I've got it on today actually. So I just used it on my lid and up into my crease, and then I used this as a little topper on top, and doing it that way I really liked it. Prior to that I've been just trying to use it as a lid colour and it wasn't working, but as a topper it's pretty. But yeah, I do like this, and it feels really creamy and nice. So it is a nice shade, and I think for blondes I think it's just pretty. And then this is the little one that I used as a topper, so I'll put it next to it. As you can see on its own, it's not really much, but I just kind of patted it on top of that and it made it really, really pretty. So yeah, we'll hang on to it for now. It may well be decluttered in the future. It may be decluttered before I move, but I just don't want to work on it anymore for now. So that is going back in my collection. So let's have a little look at the two that I hit pan in. And one of them is a bit of a surprise actually. Why can't I get this up? There we go. Let's talk about my favourite shade first of all from all of these palettes, and it was from the Larizzi palette. This was the Royal. I got both of these out of Discovered Beauty. They're still not back, are they, Discovered Beauty? I'm really sad. I don't know, I'll maybe drop them a little message and see if they're going to be coming back. I don't know if they've just been lost to the whole economic thing, but I mean, when I spoke to them before, it certainly sounded like they were going to be coming back, and I spoke just a couple of months ago and it certainly sounded like they were, but there's still no sign. If I hear anything, of course I'll let you know. So many of us loved that box, but yeah, this palette came from that box and I've used it quite a lot. I mean, look at that pan. This middle shade is in the shade Jewel. Does it say? Yeah, Jewel. Really pretty colour. And it actually, you know how I had the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow crayon? This colour is almost like the powder version of that. It just reminded me of it. It's a really pretty colour. Really nice on the lid. So creamy, pigmented, really, really nice. But again, this one next to it, very similar actually. That is so similar to this. Let's have a look at these side by side. Oh no, that one's more rosy, isn't it, underneath? I thought they were similar, but they're not. But this is a really pretty transition shade. I'm amazed I've not hit pan on it. I can't be far off it. I have used this a lot, but So that one, really nice matte, beautiful, really, really lovely. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoyed this palette. So if you have got this one from Discover Beauty, give it a go. It's a really beautiful shade. So that's going back in my collection. And then the final one that I hit pan on, I did actually think originally I was going to declutter this palette or pass it on to my niece, just because I wasn't really feeling it. However, as I'd hit pan in the others, I started working on this one more, you know, just to sort of try and get down it. And then eventually I ended up really loving it. And the shade I've hit pan in is this beautiful, like, pinky shade here in the middle. And I actually have enjoyed wearing some different colours on my lid. Normally I was more of a mushroomy, taupey, goldy type of girl, but this is such a pretty shade. I mean, I do think ultimately this will be decluttered probably next year. You can see I've got quite a bit of hard pan and things on it. It's not an expensive palette or formula or anything, but just I enjoy the colour of that so much. It's a really easy one to use. So it's just pretty, isn't it? So that's going to go back in my collection. It's a nice little one to take away for you, because you can kind of, it's got your mattes, it's got your shimmers, and you can, you know, it's got your deeper shades as well. I haven't used all the colours, but I have used a fair few. And yeah, I have enjoyed it. It is a nice little palette. So that is it. And then just quickly talking about the face palette. Sorry, I'm just wiping this off. I wasn't expecting to like this. So again, this is another one we got from Discovered Beauty. I mean, it's hideously large. So it's one that just needs to keep in your drawer. You're never going to travel with it or anything like that. However, it is literally like a blush for every occasion. And I think it's through all sorts of skin tones. I really enjoyed it. They're quite pigmented and they look really pretty on the skin. So I'm keeping it. I did honestly think I'd end up decluttering it or passing it on, but you can't even tell I've used it that much, but I have used it quite a bit and I have really enjoyed it. So it's going to go back in my drawer for now. Okay, doke. So it is a full new redraw. I think I think these are mostly ones without pans in. I had organised them and they've got a bit cluttered up. So we'll do a spin. We'll see. We're going to pick 5 palettes. Then we'll go into my full collection of eyeshadow palettes and do a spin in there for the Brucey bonus. So this is pan in every eyeshadow palette. No pans hit. So yeah, there are 39 palettes here, I think. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I have taken the other ones out today. I've just updated it before I came on. So, are we ready? I could do a screen recording, but might as well just do this. It's much easier on the whole editing. Let's spin it and see what the first palette is. And the good news is I can now pause this video, which is brilliant, which means I can pause it and look for it. So we've got the Bourjois Smoky. Oh, I think I just need to actually declutter this eyeshadow. I don't know why I've still got it in this, because I used to use this just to deepen up my I used to use it to deepen up my eyeliner when I used to wear like quite smoky eyes. Here we are. I think, guys, it's time to say goodbye. I'm going to declutter this. I've had it about 10 years. I'm going to take it out the list. It's going. We're going to declutter it because I always skip over it and I just don't need it anymore. I don't have heavy dark eye makeup like I used to do. So let's just take that off. I've removed it from the list. It's gone. I need to take it off the main one as well. Right, let's start again. So palette number 1 is going to be... I'm much more decisive now. Are you impressed with me? I'm impressed with me. So the first one is... Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's the Peaceful Peony that we've just had. How does this happen? We need to re-roll again. That is ridiculous. Okay, now we're going. I do remove these as well. I keep this really updated. That is hilarious, so that we've only got that palette there. On we go. Okay, Eye Magic. I don't believe this. I've decluttered this as well. That was, I'm pretty sure I did. Do you remember from Latest in Beauty? And they were like little foam pads with eyeshadow, which was like punched into it, and then you went to just swipe it across your eye. I'm pretty sure I decluttered this literally not that long ago, but I haven't clearly removed this. This is a disaster. From now on, all the eyeshadows on here should be in the running. I am so sorry, guys. This is hilarious. This is probably why I don't update my videos anymore, because it's just an absolute disaster. Right, number one. These should be plain sailing now, surely. Okay, Steve Laurent Celebration Birthday. It's the pink version. I have got a pink version and an orangey version. Let me, what was this it? Hang on a minute. I've got a palette. What is going on? That's it. I'm pretty sure this is the pink one. But I've got a pan in it already. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to leave this here because literally we cannot be doing this. Do I need to edit this out? I need to, oh my gosh. That needs removing. That is a pan. This is actually proving disastrous. Let's remove that from there and I'll update the other one. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need a drink now. It's driving me to drink. Here we go. I'm scared to look. Okay, the Revolution Revaholic Matte Edit. This sounds dreadful. I'm pretty sure these all probably need to be. Okay, here we go. We've got one. Palette number one. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Thank God for that. All right, palette number two. Let's go. We're on a roll. Palette number two. Oh, this is so funny. I like to keep it rolling because then at least then you know I've not edited it to get the palettes that I want. Oh my gosh, I actually think I decluttered this. Why is this not updated? This was the Revolution, the Tammy Tropical Paradise. Do you remember? I have actually, I do not believe this. Right, I'm going to have to remove that. I am so sorry. I feel quite shameful about this. All right then. This is going to be the longest video in the world. Oh well, it might be fine for next time. I'm normally really good at updating this. I just don't know what's happened. Magnetic by Coco Honey. That is... Oh, here we go. Here. Let's just make sure. I'm so scared. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute. That's all right. We've got two palettes now. Blimey. Oh, you might want to pause and go get a cup of tea. Right, let's keep going. Number three. Oh, this is so funny. I hope you're all keeping well, by the way. Let me know what you've been up to. If you've bought any new palettes. I'm so far behind with what palettes have just come out. Yes! Oh my gosh! Yes, yes, yes! I bought this a couple of years ago, do you remember? And I wanted this so badly, and I've never used it. Perfect for coming into December. I can't wait to show you this. You'd have seen it already. I'm so excited. I hope I like it. This is like amazing. Oh, definitely worth the wait. Yes. Oh, that's the reaction I should be having. I should be feeling like that about all the palettes in my collection. And I think if a palette makes me feel like, it probably means I shouldn't have it. Okay, that's number three. So this is number four. I'm so happy I've got that palette to work on. Can't wait to share it with you. Look at my videos, 20 minutes long already. We've not even got into the eyeshadows. We've got, Charlotte Tilbury Celestial Pearl. Okay, that's just a little tiny quad. Here we go. All right, so last one to get without the panning, and then we'll do the little Brucey bonus. Here we go. It is... Oh, Ciate, I Am a Woman. Oh, and I don't think I've used this either. Brilliant. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's now open... Oh, my goodness. Let's now open up the wheel for... Let me just save that because I've made a couple of alterations. I bet you I've forgotten to save this in the past when I've updated it. So let's open this now for all of my palettes. And then we shall do, so there's 74 palettes here it says. Obviously there's going to be a couple that I've taken out today. But let's look at it. There's a lot more to choose from. Let's just do a spin of the wheel. Whatever comes up, whatever it is the one that we're going to use. Hopefully it's one that's got a pan in already so we can revisit it. That's kind of the idea. Natasha Denona, Mini Retrograde. Okay, again, that's another nice one to have back in for Christmas. It is, where is it? Where's my Natasha Denona? I can't remember, what does it look like? I know what it looks like, why can't I find it? Natasha Denona, where are you? Natasha Denona. Right, bear with. Here we go. There you are. Right then. So let's have a look at these. Let me just move a couple of these out of the way so I've got some space. Oh, and I need to just pick a face palette. Let's just pull out the drawer. I maybe need to put these into a random generator and then just whiz through them. See if there's something in here I've not used for a while, or maybe that I really fancy using. Okay, maybe I'm going to use something that I'm not sure about. I'm going to pull out this Zoeva Screen Queen, just from memory. I think it might be one that'd be good just to give it a go. Right, let's have a look then, guys. I'm just going to take them as they're sat here. So we've got, in no particular order, so this one was the Charlotte Tilbury Celestial Pearls. So I got this in one of the Charlotte Tilbury mystery boxes. I've literally just done a couple of swatches on it, so that's going to be interesting to try. On paper, this should be my type of shades. So this is my only Charlotte Tilbury palette. So it'd be nice for me just to try it out and see how it goes. I think I've swatched this one a little bit, maybe tried that. So that one to me seems like the most likely one, or the one above it that I would be able to hit pan on. But yeah, we'll give that a go. I'm excited to use something from Charlotte Tilbury. As I said, I've not really used that before. I'm going to save us. Oh, I was going to say I'm going to save this till the end to show you, but let's get it now. So this one is one that I purchased a couple of years ago. I saw it and I think it came up on sale and I just felt like I had to have it, and it is literally the most stunning packaging. I just fell in love with the packaging. I mean, look at that. It's like all those crystally bits stuck on it. It's just beautiful looking palette. It's kind of like what you want. It's something really snazzy, isn't it? And I've never even swatched this. I haven't even swatched it. And I wanted this so badly. It is beautiful. I've still got my little brush in there. Look at that. So you've got 4 mattes and then these jeweled shades. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I'm going to be scared to use it because I just don't want to put my finger in it. So I'm not going to swatch it today. I have got no idea which one I will end up panning. But obviously this Good Karma is a really nice base colour. Really nice transitioning crease colour here. Deepen up the outer V. Then all these, like the green is beautiful. Oh, my brush. They just look so pretty. I'm really excited to try that. Finally going to use it. I feel like I need to do a little video and reel for that first of all. I'm so happy I've got that to use. I was yeah, I just want to use it now. I just want to use the things that I love, and I want to get rid of all the other stuff in, but you know, that I'm not bothered about. So next, it's from the Sublime to the Ridiculous. I'm pretty sure this one will probably be in getting decluttered in my new approach to makeup and my products. However, I've never used this one, and I got it years ago before this house, and I've been in this house over 6 years, 6.5 years, virtually. So this must be about 7.5, 8 years old, never been used. Oh, and I think I got it like in a big massive vault or something. So it is a matte. I mean, and to be honest, there's a really nice mixture of eyeshadows there. Not the most practical shape to use. However, I will give them a go, particularly this side, you know. But I'm wanting to try and get more into mattes anyway, just trying to have more of a matte look, especially as I'm getting older. So I'll give it a good go. The green and the yellow is really fun, isn't it? So yeah, but I do think these are nice looking mattes, really beautiful kind of nudie shades, really nice. And even these, it's not a bad looking little palette, is it? You know, considering they're just cheap and everything. So we'll give it a go and see. So then we've got the Magnetic by Cocoa Honey. So what is this? Right then, so it is a 15 pan palette. It's got a really big mirror. So here are the shades. So there are a lot of glitter shades there. A lot of like nice neutrally shades here and some deeper ones. Honestly, this could be one that goes because obviously glitter around your eyes. I'll give it a go and I'll see what they're like. They look very malleable. I'm sure I could manipulate that to get a pan if I wanted. But you've got to be so careful, haven't you, with glitter on your eyes. Does it say anything here? No. It's cruelty free, but we'll give it a go. But if nothing else, I do think like this row of mattes are really nice, but very similar to the mattes in here. There's nothing, do you know what I mean? So if I had to keep between this one and that one, I'd probably end up keeping that, just because I'm not a massive glitter person. I will give it a go, but I am a bit wary about glitter around my eyes. You've got to be careful you don't get any in your eyes and scratch your eyes. But what do they feel like? Yeah, they're like, did it go on? Oh, well, I don't know. We'll see. It's Christmas coming up, isn't it? But see what I mean? It's just not good. You're going to need glitter glue and that. So we'll give it a go and see. But it'll be interesting just to try the formulas of the mattes. I've got glitter everywhere. So that definitely needs glitter glue. I won't be happy to use it around my eye. I don't think. It's just a bit loose. And then we have got the Ciate I Am Woman. I think I got this from Gloss, or was it GLOSSYBOX, or was it Discovered Beauty? Let me know if you remember where this is from. Let's have a look at this. So a really big palette, 24 shades. Okay, it's heavy. It is. I do like Ciate. Oh, guys, I forgot how beautiful this is. These are my type of beautiful warm palette. I mean, you probably think that's really boring. I really like the look of this. I just think there's some nice shades. These are the type of shades I like. But then with a couple of like interesting ones here. But we've got some cooler shades as well as your warm ones. I think that's a really nice palette. I am quite looking forward to trying this. Big mirror as well. So yeah, I know I'm holding it upside down. It's just to make it easier. So there's all the names. I think that's nice looking actually. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. I've got some nice palettes to use. Brilliant. Then my Wildcard palette, so I could just have a bit of a play with. I want to focus obviously on these ones without pans in. But this already has got a pan in it, and it's the Mercury Retrograde. It was the out of a GLOSSYBOX advent calendar a few years ago, and it was the Christmas Day one. So I have got, I've got one pan in there. But again, it is a nice palette. So yeah, I'll get another bit of use out of it. Some fun colours as well. I've got some great fun colours for Christmas time. Lots of nice shimmers and things, just a little bit different. These turquoises, I'm going to maybe try some turquoises and purples this time. Be a little bit bolder with my selection. Have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then my face palette, I've chosen this one because if I remember right, I think the colours are a little bit funky. So it's a Zoeva Screen Queen, and it says superior pigmentation, easy to blend. Let's have a little look at this, but I've got a feeling. So yeah, it's meant to be a highlighter palette, but you've got like your champagne, your pinky based one, and then you could probably use this as a bronzer. Actually, these might be quite pretty. Let's just do a little swatch of these since they've had swatches done already. So that's them there. You can maybe even use them as blush toppers. Okay. So they're actually, because they're not chunky, are they? They're actually quite pretty. Okay. They're nicer than what I thought. In my head, I thought I wasn't going to be really very keen on this. We'll see what they're like on the face. But that is it. So guys, those are my new selections. I'm really excited by them. So just a little recap. We've got this massive one, which I love the look of that. Beautiful. This one, which is a potential declutter because of all those glitters. The Revolution matte one, which again is a potential declutter just because it's full thing of matte. But having said that, they are quite nice shades. We'll see. Stone Vibes, so excited for this. This is one that I actually purchased myself. I did purchase this myself in a big pack years ago. But yeah, this hasn't come from a beauty box. It's been like a considered purchase. Got the little Charlotte Tilbury quad. Obviously, we've got the Huda Beauty wild card. Wowzers, look at all these. And then we've got the Zoeva little trio highlighter. Let's see if I can get a really good thumbnail opportunity with this. I think I've got it sussed. There we go. So yeah, those are all the palettes. I have got an extra one, as I say, this time, but it's December and I just want to like give some love to palettes that I've already got a pan in. Otherwise they're just gonna be sat there for like 2 years potentially never being used, and that's just silly. So yeah, that is everything guys. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, just over half an hour, but there was a couple of false starts in there. In future I will definitely make sure that my lists are properly updated, but it doesn't matter, we're amongst friends. So that's it for today guys. Thank you, take care. I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah! Bye for now.